This episode of The Excursion explores the trails, towns, and tanks of North Georgia's beautiful Blue Ridge region. We take on a unique set of adventures with the Southern Appalachians as the stage. And if I succeed in every step along the way, I'll receive a private fly fishing experience with a tasty twist at the end. But if I trip up along the way, it's the crew that reaps my reward. Well, let's get started. Easy winters and mild summers. This mountainous region of North Georgia from Ellijay up to Blue Ridge is quickly gaining popularity as both a weekend or lifetime getaway. Blue Ridge is known as the fishing capital of Georgia, and for good reason. The folks in the region do their part to maintain, and the fish seem to agree to hold up to their end of the bargain. You have quirky joints like Grumpy Old Men Brewing, who keep home brews on tap. And there's also places like the legendary Sweet Shop of the South, which we'll visit later in this episode, that seem to have a knack for satisfying any sweet tooth. We begin this excursion a few miles south of Blue Ridge in Ellijay, proudly known as the mountain biking capital of Georgia. So I meet up with my friends Ben and Dondi at the Cupcake Bike Shop to get me started on excursion adventure number 1.
Usually what we ask people when they come in here is, where are you from? Where do you ride? How long do you ride? And from there we can gauge the trail that would best suit your skill level. So if you come here, you're from Florida, but I want to climb some mountains, we can send you to that place too.
Basically, we'll get you set up for our area. We get a lot of vacationers that haven't really looked at their bike in a while, and they come up here and find out that a lot of it isn't working the way it should. So we're here to cater to that.
The trail you'll go on for your challenge today, the River Loop, started in 1983. It's the very first mountain bike trail on the whole Southeast. So it is very technical, and you will have to earn your chops on that one.
As Ben and Dondi man the shop, the bike shop's founder took me to the trails. Known as the Big Dog, Mike Palmieri is a biking legend in this region. He's the guy that gets out there to clear the trails and keeps them intact. Joined by his biking enthusiast wife, Terry, their love of promoting and maintaining mountain biking trails resonates throughout the entire southeastern U.S.
Mountain bike trails, vast majority of them have been built by volunteers and maintained by volunteers. We have to go out and fundraise and get it done by applying for grants, getting donations, and getting people involved with it. And we do it. We do it all.
What's the secret here?
The secret here is you want to keep your weight toward the back of the bike. You want to be looking 15 to 20 feet ahead of you, because in seconds you'll be at that position.
Mike started me off with a serious adventure, showed me the ropes,
Really nasty coming down through here.
and I promptly chickened out. Some things you just leave to the Big Dog. Right behind you. The actual challenge was still to come.
This next section here we have what's called a log jump or a log rollover. You have 2 in 1, or you can go around it.
Stay on the left. Ladies and gentlemen, Dave Zelski, weight back. Hey, Dave! Yeah!
All right, technical challenge completed. When you're coming down, you're thinking you're gonna go up over this. I'm sure that is an option, but went over this side, all the way down, didn't fall, feeling good. Wes did it too, though. Though some of these trail challenges may look easy, they are not. Unless you are the Big Dog himself, and there's only one.
Looking at my sight line coming in. Following the trail now. I go over the top there. And now I'm going to pedal. Woo! Oh, no. You're going to bring the front wheel right through here.
Uh-huh.
And you want to, with momentum. And then once you get to this spot here, you need to start pedaling and get up that hill. You got to really stretch. All right, there you go. Keep rolling, good roll. Left turn. Look at the trail. Left turn. Oh, man. Come on, man.
Darn it!
Do it again.
All right.
You got it. Good speed, good speed. Look at, go in the creek. There you go. There you go. Pedal. Turn that wheel. Turn it, man. Turn it. Go, baby. Good speed.
Oh, forward brakes? Not the forward brakes. Take 4.
All right, do it again.
That was almost bad.
Look where you're going. Look where you're going. Go. Look at the trail. Look at the trail. Pedal. Pedal. Boy.
I didn't fall.
A lot better than the last one, bro. Woo!
Yeah.
Gotta let that one go.
After a massive and adventurous descent, the trail evened out along the river's edge, where our hard work paid off with a sweet break on the bend of the river.
The river loop, we did it, man. A couple technical challenges.
Yes, sir.
Big uphill,
Yes, sir.
but we did it.
Excursion challenge number 1 accomplished, and the crew stayed right with us on the final uphill, getting our heart rates to record-breaking highs.
Yes, sir, fellas.
Yeah.
Good job.
Heart rate, Craig?
185.
Woo! Wes?
165. All right.
52.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been walking, eyes open wide, and I've been looking at the brighter side. Traveled through the mountains, been to the sea. I've seen the city lights, and I believe life's pretty sweet, pretty sweet, pretty sweet. Like a Georgia peach, my Georgia peach. Life's pretty sweet.
After an LJ biking adventure through the mountain trails of North Georgia, it was time for a little more hardware. And the only thing that's arguably tougher than the big dog of LJ is one of these bad boys. This is the next leg of the excursion. We're just a few miles north of Blue Ridge at Tanktown, USA. This place is awesome because there's tanks. Todd of Tanktown. This is awesome.
Yeah, thanks.
It is muddy. It is perfect. How'd you get into tanks?
Well, the short version is I needed a career change, and I used to sail on big commercial cargo ships. So I used to go all over the world, had kids, saw this online, someone in Europe doing it, and thought, hey, give it a shot.
You know, I don't know about regulations and all that, but I guess you figured something out. We don't begin with the ride. That's too much adrenaline for one man to handle. Time to get naughty with a can of spray paint and, yes, a sledgehammer. We're doing everything I've always wanted to do, but it's always been illegal. But here, you can be a bad kid. Todd rocks! This is too much fun. I was a good child for the most part growing up. I followed the rules, rarely used profanity, and was respectful of other people's property. But when Todd opened the door for total destruction, Z rules, crew drools. The devil on my shoulder took the reins. All right, I'm ready. Sorry about this, Todd.
It's all right.
Yeah, I really like
That's the way it goes.
But, oh my gosh! Thought I had the best job in the world. Now it's official. Your job's cool though.
It has its moments.
People love you.
Yeah. Very nice.
Left-handed. No one in there? Oh yeah! Bring it! Buick is not a sponsor of our show.
There you go.
Souvenir.
There's the keeper.
Yeah, all right. Sideways. Oh! Oh, yeah.
Very nice.
Time to drive.
There you go.
All right, let's do this. Yeah. Now on to the tank, or armored personnel carrier. We'll just call it a tank. How do you drive this thing?
All right, grab the two white sticks. So this position, you're driving straight. So doing nothing, it goes straight. Left, just pull gently back on the left one. That's left. Yep. Right is to the right. And brake is both back at the same time.
Time to cue the music en route to a total ruin of this classic Buick Park Avenue. Adrenaline pumping experience. I think I had a smile on my face the whole time, I couldn't tell. The tank made toast of the Park Avenue, so my awesome Crush a Car challenge was a smashing success. That was awesome. I didn't mean to, am I okay parking here?
Yeah, no. That's
Okay, all right. Now you said you had one more challenge.
One more challenge.
Am I not muddy enough?
No, little mud run.
Mud run.
The tough mudder.
Okay.
The Takedown Tough Mudder Challenge. So
Todd, you said this smooth
so
run
this
track.
is right. That's where the tank's gone through a bunch. So we'll see. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Oh, the foot came off. Oh yeah.
I knew it was going to happen at some point.
Bonus points. Challenges completed.
It was very nice. Good run. Little exercise.
Todd the Tank Man, Tanktown, USA. Check it out, folks. We drive tanks.
Oh, I've been walking, eyes open wide, and I've been looking at the brighter side. Traveled through the mountains, been to the sea. I've seen the city lights, and I believe life's pretty sweet, pretty sweet, pretty sweet. Like a Georgia peach, my Georgia peach. Life's pretty sweet.
Mountain biking in LJ, crushing cars in Morganton, it was now time for war, but in the fluffiest, most friendly way possible. Meet Susan and Nikki, winners of Cupcake Wars on the Food Network and owners of the one and only sweet shop of the South. This is Nikki, this is Susan. We're making cupcakes.
Oh yeah.
Cupcake challenge.
Yeah.
They know what they're doing.
We're excited to see just how good you stack up.
I'm worried. It's kind of, look at that butter. What's that?
That's a secret ingredient.
Okay.
That is your ultimate challenge right there, and that's going to be saved to last. And we won with our peanut butter and jelly. So we're going to start with that because you're in the Blue Ridge Mountains.
Right.
This is Blue Ridge, Georgia. You're up here hiking and kayaking and doing all kinds of fun stuff. And what more wholesome thing can you eat than a peanut butter and jelly sandwich?
This place is packed right now in the back. They don't know I'm cooking, so please don't tell the customers.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
Let's do this.
Okay, so first things first, we got to put our butter in.
Challenge completed.
While this is mixing, go ahead and put your sugar in.
Dump it.
Just dump it. You gotta crack the eggs.
Yeah, all right.
Now, you gotta do it one-handed.
What's this? Did any go? Oh my God. Rock and roll.
Rock and rolling. You got a good old-fashioned vegetable oil.
I'm afraid of hitting that thing. It's going berserk.
Any guesses what this is?
Let's see. Vanilla extra.
Oh, very good.
Vanilla.
You've got to add your dry ingredients in, and then your wet.
I might get messy.
Where is the apron?
I've got the apron.
Okay.
Ta-da! Look at you.
I feel professional. My confidence has risen.
You're just gonna scoop it out.
Okay.
Okay?
Almost dropped it. Almost blew it right there.
Yeah.
Almost lost the challenge. Scoop and pop.
There, look at you.
Is that not too big? It's just
No,
right.
it's perfect.
You look like you've been doing this all your life.
All right,
All right.
325, 17 minutes, okay?
Boom. Which rack? Just like
Just
10.
In the middle.
Middle.
In the middle.
There you go.
Perfect. All right.
You've got to get your icing prepared. So this is buttercream icing.
Okay.
And then we have got some good old-fashioned peanut
Would
butter.
you look at that? That looks natural.
So you just take this and put it in that.
Now I can use this.
Yeah,
to
because
do
you're going
that.
to use all of
Look at
this.
you.
Whip it. Just whip it. Look at you.
Whoa, who needs a mixer?
Right? When you put this in there, you got to kind of hold it. You're going to make your hand kind of like a cup.
Okay.
Okay.
Do that. I learned that in college.
Okay. So kind of stick. Okay. Look at that. You know what this is?
Say, is it in the game Clue? No, I have no idea what it is. Okay.
It's an apple corer,
Yeah. Okay.
AKA cupcake corer.
Oh.
See how easy?
Yeah.
Okay. We've got to have a little bit of grape jelly. Do all three.
Oh, it doesn't stop. Yeah.
Quick. There you go.
That's correct.
What?
Oh, yeah.
At the sweet shop, we have two things, and it's the type of icing. It's either a dollop or it's a ring.
Okay.
We're going to put a ring on here, okay?
Oh, yeah.
The ring happens to be the hardest one to do.
You're going to start here.
Sure looked easy.
Ooh.
Oh, Oh,
Perfect!
no. Yeah? Okay.
Almost.
Turn it that way.
You're just gonna put a little bit of jelly right there.
Squeeze it in.
Let's get the peanuts.
Oh,
Okay,
nice. Yeah.
so you just sprinkle that on. Perfect. We're gonna jack it up. We're gonna
Jack
jack.
it up.
It's
Jack
a
up that
jacked
one.
up PB&J.
Okay.
You've got bacon, and
Jack.
there's you some brown sugar.
Okay.
What you gonna do with it?
I'm going to rub this on the bacon.
Rub it.
Okay. Now we get the jack.
What you gonna do with that? Just pour the whole thing.
Okay.
I mean, the more the better.
Look at that.
There you go.
Perfect.
Oh.
There you
Mix it
go.
all around.
There you
Look at
go.
that brown sugar crystallized with the Jack Daniels.
Oh yeah.
My bacon's ready.
Yeah, bacon's
Jacked up
good.
bacon.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, good.
Oh yeah.
But I gotta try this.
I already did.
That is awesome.
You gotta put the finishing touches on your cupcake.
I don't want to mess hers up, so I'm going to do it with this one. When you take the scissors,
No
And you gotta-
prompting whatsoever.
cut it about.
Yay big.
On the top.
Oh, like a shark fin.
Okay.
Yes. Jacked up PB&J.
Jacked up PB&J.
But what about, you gonna make one for them too? That would be nice.
They're always the nice one.
Yeah. All right. How is it, Wes?
Good. I need more bacon.
Just wrap the whole thing, like wrap the top of it.
Here comes Craig.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
This is how you went over a crew, folks. I want to go flag this. Craig's cupcake. Cheers.
Ready?
Jelly. Yeah. Challenge
Awesome.
completed.
Oh yeah.
Susan and Nikki, the sweet shop. Oh, I'm rolling in this one, fellas. I might be doing that reward.
Oh, I've been walking, eyes open wide, and I've been looking at the brighter side. Traveled through the mountains, been to the sea. I've seen the city lights, and I believe life's pretty sweet, pretty sweet, pretty sweet. Like a Georgia peach, my Georgia peach. Life's pretty sweet.
After devouring cupcakes with the crew and the cupcake too, it was time to catch some Z's before the reward. And no better place in town than a spot known as the Caston Blast Inn, a perfect 4-bedroom in-town retreat with a porch overlooking Main Street. And here's the real gem. Right below these hardwood floors lies the country's premier custom fly rod shop. Meet the one and only Bill Oyster and learn the magic of the Oyster bamboo fly rod.
I make custom bamboo fly rods and teach people to make bamboo fly rods. When I first started, it was just me in a basement making fly rods. It wasn't even a business idea. But little by little, it's grown. Before long, I ended up with a 4-year waiting list. One of our students, Riley Gudekunst, came to us for his first time 8 or 9 years ago. Exceptionally talented at it, and he's been here on a 30-day trial basis for the last 8 years, so we'll see how it goes. My wife Shannon does actually all the real work around here while we're making fly rods, and she's the one that's going to crack the whip on us, make sure it gets done. Blue Ridge is such a good destination for us, and the reason we've located our business here is for the fly fishing. And what makes it unique is we've got a 12-month-a-year trout fishery. You can go on the Toccoa if it's 100 degrees out, we've got trout fishing. If it's 20 degrees out, we've got trout fishing. That combined with the beautiful little town here is just a perfect place for us to set up business. The classes that we do is where students come in and actually make their own rods. So they start with the raw materials and they take it all the way through to the finished product. It's about 9 hours a day. In the fly fishing world, it's the highest form of craft to make one of these. And to have one yourself, that you've made yourself, is an instant heirloom, the sort of thing people pass down. The bamboo rod's been the worldwide standard for over 100 years. It was started here in the United States of America, and so, as I like to say, is for fly fishermen, this is our samurai sword. Originally, when we first came to Blue Ridge, we were set up B&B style. We had a place out by the river, and it was a huge hit. But once we discovered the downtown, we knew it was something even greater opportunity. So we built the Caston Blast Inn, which is right upstairs, and whenever we have a class going on, those rooms are reserved for our students that travel from all around the world, and they can stay right here with us. They won't need their car all week. People come to Blue Ridge. And I think what the real difference is the authenticity of the town. Those bricks on that wall right there are 120 years old. This downtown was the downtown when the scenic train was the mining train that came through here. When the tourists leave in the off season, all of us that live here, we enjoy it just the same that they do.
So now that I'm in the mood to fish, it's time to set up my reward. And according to the crew, I at least earned a little time on the streams. So we're off to the outskirts of the town of Suches to some private water with a riverside reward. Meet my new friend Natalie Sharp of Sharper Bites.
This is what I call paradise, a little touch of heaven for fly fishing. Not everybody knows about it. It's located in the North Georgia mountains in a kind of a secret location.
Just looking at the water right now, I see these things underwater that are from this size to this size.
You're looking at trophy trout fish from 30, 32 on down to little bitty baby fish.
Sharper Bites. I love the name. Sharp, a hook sharp, your name sharp. Bites is not just the trout biting, there's a surprise at the end. If I get the reward, what are we looking at here?
You're looking at a little gourmet lunch with some smoked trout dip and a summer salad that comes out of my garden. I grow it fresh, and there's nothing like it. And don't forget the wine.
All right, I gotta do this. So I think things have gone well, but let's say I catch one, maybe two of these monsters in these waters. They can't be the small ones, they gotta be big ones. I think I get the reward, but we'll have to see. The crew may be involved in this decision. Natalie kept me in check, and I could feel my form improve as the adventure ensued. There we go. Yeah! Woohoo! We indeed caught some Appalachian beauties who put on an amazing aerial display. Yes! Look at that beauty. And after a couple of getaways, gotta keep them on. Operator error, of course.
Watch out, there he goes.
No, don't do it, don't do it. Oh! No! It was time to step up and earn the meal that Natalie had awaiting us on the river's edge. Yes.
That's a fish. Let him run, let him run. All right, woo!
Woo! Here we go. Woo! Got some fight in them. That's why people come up here in this region. Oh, it's pretty rainbow.
Yep.
Woo! Yeah!
Woo!
Yes! Woo-hoo-hoo! Right on, look at that. That's a big one. Oh. So the Blue Ridge, Georgia excursion ends in an era of peace between me and the crew. We happily eat Natalie Sharper Bite spicy pickles and share fishtails by the river's edge and bid adieu to the ridges of blue.